And I use the term
Loosely.
the terms ladies and gentlemen
Very loosely.
loosely, very loosely indeed. Anyway, that's beside the point. Did you realise that we have a Premier? We have a Premier running this state of Victoria that has never been elected. He was elected, of course, as a candidate for the Labor Party, but not as a Premier. It was handed over to him, as you would all well know, by Steve Bracks. Now, when Steve Bracks was campaigning at the last state election, he wasn't campaigning saying, look, you fellow Victorians, you must realise I'm only going to be here a couple of years because I really haven't got what it takes to see the full term out. But of course, he didn't say that. And to be fair to him, of course, maybe he didn't realise that events would unwind, that would derail his premiership. Anyway, he handed over the reins to Mr Brumby, now known as Premier Brumby. Now, Mr Brumby has previously run as a leader of the Labor Party and lost the election going back several years. But the point is, Mr Brumby attended a Barley conference very recently, and it was all to do with climate change.
That's a problem.
In fact, if I could take the liberty of just reading from the Sunday Age very briefly, when Premier John Brumby went off to the Barley conference on climate change earlier this month, he was happy to trumpet himself as a keynote speaker.
Yeah, but it's sort of getting more physical, you know what I mean?
Unfortunately, the government website,
she does go too far with her verbal stuff.
Victorian government website, does not contain a single word, not an iota of mention about this amazing speech that Mr Brumby was going to give. In fact, there were no people in the Victorian government who could add any clarity to Mr Brumby's contribution to the Barley conference. So that's an extraordinary thing for a Victorian leader to be railing himself as some sort of world leader on climate change, and not a single word is mentioned about the results thereof. While we're on Mr Brumby, I should mention that he's not exactly a poor man. He is the leader of the Labor Party in Victoria, and the Labor Party generally once was supposedly a party of conscience. That is, a party that tended to look after the interests of the ordinary person, the average person, the strugglers, the battlers. But Mr Brumby is not exactly a poor individual. Mr Brumby is a Western District farmer.
Fred, I'd prefer to keep it going.
In his own right.
No, nothing personal taken. No, that's
and so, it seems very strange that a landed gentry type leader should be leading what is ostensibly meant to be a party of social conscience. There's a yes.
One of the Labor blokes in the 30s in England, he was driving down the Rolls Royce. They asked him if it was inconsistency in your beliefs and what you own. He said, well, I'm the forerunner of the common man. As he said, they'll all be able to.
Yes, we seem to be governed in this country by a very select elite who, by various machinations, seem to always get to the top in various party structures throughout this land. And it's extremely rare for a genuine leader who has genuine aspirations for the average person to arise from various party structures and organs.